Hello students, today we are going to read a very interesting chapter full of mystery, full of horror, full of terror and investigation also. This detective story, your chapter, The Adventure of the Speckled Fan. This chapter, The Adventure of the Speckled Fan, it is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was a British writer, he was a British doctor, playwright. He is well known for his creation of a character, Sherlock Holmes in 1887. Sherlock Holmes is a detective and he is followed by his friend and associate Watson. Now this Sherlock Holmes, it is not any person, it is the name of a character, okay, and the character is a detective. So Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is famous for his character, the Sherlock Holmes. Now this Sherlock Holmes stories are generally considered as milestones in the cases of this crime fiction. Sherlock Holmes are generally okay. Now this Sherlock Holmes, this Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was born in Edinburgh, UK. Now here we are going to read this very beautiful story. Okay. Now here our story begins. Okay, your title, The Adventure of the Speckled Fan. Okay, this chapter. Now, yes, it was early in April in the year 83 that I woke one morning to find Sherlock Holmes standing fully dressed. Now, it has not been told who is saying this thing. Fully dressed by the side of my bed. He was a late riser. I blinked up at him in some surprise and perhaps just a little resentment, for I was myself regular in my habits. Okay, now it is a story of this April 1983. Then this Watson, this I refers to this Watson. Now Watson is saying कि मैं बहुत तैयार, I was fully dressed, and suddenly what I saw that Sherlock Holmes was already risen. Now Sherlock Holmes was a late riser, वो late उठता था, but उस दिन जब Watson, when he woke up, what did he find? He found that Sherlock Holmes was already dressed, or he was standing. So, अब मुझे लगा कि कुछ तो बात है. Now, very sorry to knock you up, Watson, said he, but Mrs. Hudson woke me up and you. Okay, now the Sherlock Holmes is first of all he is saying sorry for awakening him because he was himself was a late riser, but आज उसको जगा दिया अपने friend को, अपने associate को, Watson को. First of all he is saying कि I am sorry कि मैंने तुम्हें इतनी जल्दी जगा दिया because जो Mrs. Hudson है, she has woke me, तो मुझे तुम्हें जगाना पड़ा. What is it then? क्या कोई आग लगी है? Fine, no, a client. Now Sherlock Holmes is saying that a young lady has arrived in the sitting room and she is eagerly waiting for us. She wants to consult something, so she has come. अब उन्होंने फटाफट कपड़े चेंज किए and then they went down. Good morning, ma'am, said Holmes cheerily. My name is Sherlock Holmes. This is my friend and associate, Dr. Watson. Now Holmes is greeting that lady. Up to Holmes came good morning, and then he is introducing himself and his friend and associate, Dr. Watson. Then she spoke after a few minutes. Now that lady which had come after थोड़ी देर के बाद, now she starts speaking. I have heard of you, Mr. Holmes. I have heard you from Mrs. Farintosh, whom you helped in the hour of her sore need. It was from her that I had your address. At present it is out of my power to reward you for your services. But in a month I shall be married with the control of my own income, and then I will pay you. Now this is saying, this lady has come. Her name is Helen Stoner. Okay. Now this Helen Stoner says that at this particular time, now this Sherlock Holmes has introduced himself that I am Sherlock Holmes and this is my friend and associate. And this lady says that you are already known to me, as she has heard very much about this Sherlock Holmes from this Mrs. Farintosh. Now Sherlock Holmes helped Farintosh when she was in a great need. So need means when she was in a great need. Now this has come and Stellenmuller due to some problem. Now this Sherlock Holmes, this Stolen says that from Mrs. Farindosh, I got her address, and now I have come to you to seek some advice, okay, to seek some help, because and now this particular time I can't pay you anything, because now this income is not in my hand. I am pressed for money, and after some time when all things will be in my hand, when income will be in my hand, then definitely I will pay you. Then, okay, tell me how can I help you, Holmes asked. Now Holmes is saying that okay, you can pay later, but tell me why you have come here and what do you want from me. My name is Helen Stoner. Now she's introducing herself, that her name is Helen Stoner, and now she is living with her stepfather, Dr. Royalett. Now she is giving some introduction about her father's family, okay. Now, Holmes noted his height. The name is familiar to me, said he. Now, अब वो अपनी family के बारे में that Helen Stone is saying कि the family was at one time among the richest in England. ठीक है? Dr. Royal belongs to the Saxon family, and now in England, now he is telling about her family. The family was at one time among the richest in England. अब वो बता रही कि हमारी जो family थी at one time किसी time में बहुत अमीर family थी, richest in England. In the last century, however, the family lost everything due to gambling. But last century में क्या हुआ? Due to gambling, तो हमारी family ने सब कुछ lost कर दिया. Nothing was left except the 200-year-old house. When Dr. Royalett was in India, he married my mother, Mrs. Stoner. Now she's saying that when she was in India, now at this particular time she is living with her stepfather, and she is saying that they were very rich previously, but due to this bad habit of gambling, they lost everything, and now they are left with only one house that is also 200 years old. When Dr. Royalett was in India, he married my mother, Mrs. Stoner. Okay. Because he is the stepfather, so she is saying कि जब हम इंडिया में थे, at that time जो Dr. Royalett थे, he married with my mother. My sister Julia and I were twins, and we were only 2 years old at the time of my mother's remarriage. Now this is saying that जब मेरी mother की शादी हुई, then mother की remarriage हुई, that at that time we were only 2 years old, and I and my sister, we are twins. Now, she had a considerable sum of money, not less than 1,000 pounds a year, and this she bequeathed means wasiyat kar di to Dr. Royalett entirely while we resided with him. And now she is saying that her mother, she was quite rich, and then she bequeathed, she inherited, she gave some money to this, all the money to Dr. Royalett in this condition that he will take care of that money, and in that and after some time when those girls will grow up, they will be married, and at that time some amount he has to give to them. Okay. Then now after that she is saying that when we returned, shortly after our return to England, and थोड़े time के बाद वो England में आ गई, at that time her mother was died in a fatal accident. उसकी mother की death होगी after fatal accident, and Dr. Royalett took us to live with him in the old ancestral house. अब वो वहाँ से जब वो 2 years उम्र थी, तब वो उसकी जो mother थी उसने remarriage की थी, and after that वो जब इंडिया में रहे, after some time वो आ गई यहाँ पर इंग्लैंड में आ गई, और 8 years ago क्या हुआ कि उसकी mother जो थी, she was killed in this railway accident, और Dr. Royalett हमें अपने साथ ले गई अपने old ancestral house में residing. Then she sighed and continued. Now she sighed means she was in grief. बहुत दुख से, sighed means long breath. She sighed and continued. But a terrible change came over our stepfather about this time. Instead of making friends and exchanging visits with our neighbors, he shut himself up in his house. He indulged in ferocious quarrels with whosoever might cross his path. He had no friends at all, save the wandering gypsies. No servant would stay with us, and for a long time we did all the work of the house. So where is your sister now, Holmes? Now what happens? Now she is saying that her mother was died 8 years ago. Then what happened with her father? Then her father's changed. Means a terrible change came in her father. In the nature of her father, he shut himself in a room. उसने अपने रूम खुद को एक रूम में बंद कर लिया एंड शी इंडल वो जो था वो बहुत ज़्यादा क्वेल्स में लड़ाइयाँ करता था उस वाला जो उनके रास्ते को क्रॉस करता था सिर्फ कुछ जिप्सीज होते थे जिसके साथ ही हैड सब उसके साथ उनकी दोस्ती थी रेस्ट ऑफ द उसने अपने आप को कमरे में बंद कर लिए किसी के साथ बात नहीं करता था एंड ओनली जो भी वहाँ से जाता कोई सर्वेंट हमारे घर में काम नहीं कर सकता था तो मुझे और मेरी सिस्टर को खुद ही घर का सारा काम वी हैड टू डू ऑल द हाउस होल्ड चॉर्स Then what happened now? This home is asking now, tell me where is your sister? तुम्हारी sister कहाँ है इस टाइम? Now she is saying कि she died just 2 years ago. अब वो बोलती कि मेरी सिस्टर की भी डेथ हो गई 2 साल पहले. Then and it is of her death that I wish to speak you. वो बोल रही कि अब due to my sister that I had come here to meet you. We had now she is telling about her sister, how her sister died. She died just 2 years ago and it is of her death that I wish to speak to you. Okay? Now अब वो क्या बोल रही है कि मेरी जो sister थी वो 2 years पहले उसकी death हो गई and this is the reason why I am here. We had an aunt, Miss Honoria Westphal, and we were occasionally allowed to pay short visits to her. Julia went there at Christmas 2 years ago and got engaged. Now, she is saying कि मेरी एक aunt थी, Miss Honoria Westphal, और हमें क्या था वैसे तो हमारे घर में कोई सर्वेंट काम नहीं कर सकता था, लेकिन हम अपनी aunt के पास within 2 weeks हम aunt के पास हम जा सकते थे थोड़े टाइम के लिए. तो जूलिया वहाँ गई Christmas 2 years before and वहाँ पे उसकी engagement हो गई थी engaged. तो मेरे my stepmother learned of the engagement when my sister returned and offered no objection to the marriage. But within a fortnight of the day which had been fixed for the wedding, a terrible accident occurred that led to her death. Now she is saying कि हमें हमारी आंट थी वहाँ पर हमें था कि we can go and meet her. Short visits भी हम जा सकते थे. मेरी सिस्टर गई जो ट्विन सिस्टर थी she went there और वहाँ उसकी engagement हो गई किसी के साथ. Then जब वो वहाँ पे रिटर्न हुई जब वो वहाँ पर वापस आई जब घर में वापस आए थे then father raised no objection. तो पापा को कोई objection नहीं हुआ जो मेरे स्टेप फादर थे उसको कोई objection नहीं हुआ. But what एक one terrible accident occurred. क्या हुआ कि जब मैरिज के 15 days 40 period of 2 weeks 15 days तो 15 days before जो day that was fixed for marriage a terrible accident occurred. एक बहुत accident हुआ and which caused her fatal which was fatal to her. मीन्स वो एक टेरिबल एक्सीडेंट हुआ 15 डेज मैरिज को फिक्स थे जो डे मैरिज को फिक्स था उसके 15 डेज बिफोर अ टेरिबल एक्सीडेंट अकर एंड विच लेड टू हर डेथ. अब बोलते 15 डेज पहले शादी फिक्स हो गई है फादर ने कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं किया और मैरिज को पापा को कोई दिस ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं था लेकिन जो 15 डेज बिफोर एक ऐसा एक्सीडेंट हुआ विच लेड टू हर डेथ जिसकी वजह से उसकी मौत हो गई. नाउ Sherlock Holmes glanced across at his sister. Sherlock Holmes उसकी तरफ देखता है that what happens now that fatal night. Fatal means घातक you can say जो leads to death. That fatal night Dr. Rowland had gone to his room early. And now home she is telling how her sister's death occurred, telling about that incident of that night. That fatal night, Dr. Violet had gone to his room early. My sister left her room and came into mine and asked me if I had ever heard any whistle at night. Now she is saying कि उस दिन क्या हुआ what happened कि मेरी sister डॉक्टर जो वायलेट थी वो अपने रूम में जल्दी चले गए थे तब मेरी सिस्टर ने अपना रूम छोड़ा और मेरे पास आ गई and came into mine. मेरे रूम में आई और मुझसे पूछा if and asked me if I ever heard any whistle at night. No, as I told you, this is a detective story. Crime will be there, terrible, then how the mystery is solved, everything will be there in this chapter you are going to read. Then this स्टोरी ऐसे है कि उस दिन क्या हुआ कि जो डे था, जो वो नाइट थी, उस रात को मेरे फादर जो स्टेप मदर फादर थे वो ऑलरेडी अपने बेड में चले गए थे, बेडरूम में। तो उस रात क्या हुआ कि वो जो मेरी सिस्टर ने अपना रूम छोड़ा और मेरे रूम में एंड केम इनटू माय। तो उसने क्या कहा, उसने मुझे पूछा कि तुमने कभी हैव यू एवर हर्ड, कोई विसल सुनी है रात को, कोई सीटी की आवाज़ सुनी है रात को? दैट I told her I didn't। अब वो बोलते कि नहीं मैंने तो कोई आवाज़ नहीं सुनी। That I could not sleep that night। तो उस दिन मैं now this Helen said कि उस दिन मैं सो नहीं सकी थी। It was a wild night। The wind was howling outside and the rain was beating and splashing against the windows। Now वो जो रात थी that was a wild night। बहुत बारिश हो रही थी, विंडो के पास this raindrops was splashing and against the window। तभी मुझे एक सडनली आई हर्ड, मुझे एक आवाज़ सुनाई दी, वाइल्ड सी बहुत चीख सुनाई दी किसी बहुत डरी हुई विमेन की। देन आई नो इट वॉज माई सिस्टर्स वॉइस। अब उसको लग जाता पता कि मेरी सिस्टर की आवाज़ थी, जोर से लाउड श्रीक वॉज देयर और वो टेरर में थी, बहुत डरावनी श्रीक थी। देन आई स्प्रैंग फ्रॉम माई बेड एंड रश्ड इनटू द कॉरिडोर। मैंने क्या किया, फटाफट अपने बेड से उछली बाहर निकली एंड आई वेंट टू द कॉरिडोर। देन व्हाट डिड आई सी, As I opened my door, it seemed to hear a low whistle। लेकिन जैसे ही मैंने अपना डोर की तो मुझे भी एक लो विसल की आवाज़ सुनाई दी, जैसे मेरी सिस्टर ने मुझे डिस्क्राइब की थी। Okay, as I ran down the passage, my sister's door was unlocked। She writhed in terrible pain। अब वो कहती है now she is telling कि मुझे बहुत ही पेन में she was shrieking, she was weeping। उसको बहुत दर्द हो रहा था, उसकी जो नर्व्स थी, उसकी लिम्स, बाजू, लेग्स वगैरह वो बहुत ही कन्वर्स्ड हो रहे थे। और वो what did she say, वो मुझे जोर जोर से बोलती। I bent over her suddenly, shrieked out her eyes। फिर उसने मुझे क्या बोला, oh my God Helen। now this उसकी सिस्टर ने बोला था कि oh my God Helen, it was the band, the speckled band। अब नाउ जब वो उसकी सिस्टर की डेथ होती है, शी टेल्स कि हेलन वो एक बैंड था, दैट वाज स्पेक्ल्ड बैंड। नाउ देयर वाज समथिंग एल्स शी वुड फेन हैव सेड एंड शी स्टैब्ड विद हर फिंगर इनटू द एयर इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द डॉक्टर्स रूम। लेकिन उसने क्या बोला कि जब वो वहाँ पर गई तो उसका डोर अनलॉक था और फटाफट से अपनी सिस्टर के पास जाती है, पर वो दर्द में बहुत चिल्ला रही थी, बहुत उसको पेन हो रहा था, उसके बाजू लिम्स कन्वर्स कर रहे एंड रहे थे। एंड नाउ शी सीज, और फिर उसके पास जाती है और वो फिर से उसके बोलती है कि मेरी सिस्टर ने उस आवाज़ में ऐसा बोला था कि विच आई नेवर फॉरगेट, मैं उससे भूल नहीं सकती। शी सेड हेलन वो एक बैंड था, अ स्पेक्ल्ड बैंड वाज देयर, द टाइटल इज द एडवेंचर ऑफ द स्पेक्ल्ड बैंड। ओके, अब वो कुछ और भी बोलना चाहती थी, बट उसने हवा में उसने हवा से कुछ किया और इशारा किया डायरेक्ट डॉक्टर्स के रूम की तरफ, डॉक्टर के रूम में। बट एकदम कुछ फ्रेश कन्वल्शन हुआ उसको और एकदम चोक में उसका गला बैठ गया और वो कुछ नहीं बोल पाई, उसके वर्ड्स रुक गए। फिर वो फटाफट जाती अपने फादर स्टेपफादर को कॉल करती है। दिस हैवन सोलर सेइंग दैट आई रश्ड आउट एंड कॉल माय स्टेपफादर। और स्टेपफादर फटाफट से आते अपने नाइट गाउन में। ही केम एंड देन व्हाट ही डिड, ही पोर सम ड्रॉप्स ऑफ ब्रेडी इनटू हर थ्रोट। गले में थोड़ी ब्रेड डालते हैं, ठीक है। एंड देखो हैसन इन हिज रूम ड्रेसिंग अप, ही poured bread down her throat and sent for medical aid from the village। All efforts were in vain for she slowly died without having recovered her consciousness। Now what happens, अब ये बोलती कि फिर मेरे फादर एंड मेरे स्टेपफादर को कॉल किया, स्टेपफादर फटाफट आए एंड देन व्हाट डिड ही poured some drops of this brandy in her throat। बट क्या हुआ फिर मेडिकल एड के लिए विलेज में, लेकिन ऑल एफर्ट्स वर इन वेन, सब कुछ बेकार हो गया, व्यर्थ हो गया। क्यों? क्योंकि वो ठीक नहीं एंड शी डाइड। देन व्हाट हैपेंस नेक्स्ट, दिस वी विल सी इन द नेक्स्ट टाइम। थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स।